New tonight, Larry Hogan is soon wrapping up his 8 years as a Republican governor of a blue state, and his tenure was marked with both success and some struggles. Our political and government reporter Leonard N. Fleming sat down with the outgoing governor in Annapolis today. Joins us live, and Leonard, you learned about Hogan's future plans.
Yes, indeed. Governor Hogan calls himself the most successful governor in Maryland history and the one that could work closely with Democrats. And with that comes whispers of a presidential campaign that actually could come in 2 years.
We had a message that resonated with people regardless of their party affiliation. And so this is actually the bluest state in America.
Larry Hogan says he has many accomplishments as governor. With a little more than a week left in his administration, Hogan reflects on them, such as lowering taxes.
I want to stop these tax increases. I want to help small businesses grow. I want to put people back to work. I'm going to turn the economy around. That's what I ran for. That's what I focused on. And our success has been amazing. So we haven't had a single tax increase in 8 years. We cut taxes 8 years in a row by $4.7 billion.
But he also recognized there were some challenges. He admits to struggles with solving the educational crisis and crime in urban cities.
The biggest disappointment is that we weren't able to do more to make our local school systems more accountable, to do something about fixing persistently failing schools.
The governor says he always resisted pressure from hardcore Republicans.
There were a lot of people on the right that would like to drag me more to the right, but I just stayed true to who I was, and I never really made any decisions based on politics. And I just tried to do the right thing and make the tough decisions.
In regards to a possible White House run, Hogan says he's pondering the decision, but hasn't made his mind up yet.
I've never said I was going to run, but there certainly people have been talking about this since at least 2020. That I am one of the most successful governors in America with one of the highest job approvals. I'm flattered by the fact that people are talking like that. I never imagined in my wildest dreams people would be mentioning me.
Tomorrow, Governor Hogan talks to us about how he won over Maryland voters, including African Americans, and how that could transition to a presidential run. Reporting from the state capitol, Leonard N. Fleming, DC News Now, back to you.
Leonard, thank you. Governor Hogan will deliver his farewell address tomorrow afternoon at 5. Yeah.